Good evening. Welcome to WSFA 12 News at 5. I'm Remy. Now, Washington correspondent Katrin Asaf was inside the room and has what we know right now. And a Decatur woman is filing a federal lawsuit against a police officer who she says left her with a skull fracture and brain bleed.
And it's going to be a nice week ahead.
And we're so excited, and I just know those mothers are there having a ball with that beautiful weather and barbecues. And targeting crime now, a man is behind bars tonight, accused of trying to rob a home near downtown Montgomery. Court documents also state witnesses heard people calling for help before rushing to the scene.
Good evening, I'm Mark Bullock.
And I'm Remy. Erica Thompson says the mold in her on-base housing made her family sick and ultimately forced them to move out. And a police chase turned deadly in North Alabama after one person fell 60 feet to their death in Gadsden. Keyshawn Gardner would have turned 36 years old later this month. His mother says every year she takes off work on his birthday and on the day he was killed. Val. An old country store that offers a little bit of everything is about to celebrate a major milestone. And the Supreme Court did not say what Alabama's congressional map should look like. Instead, a 3-judge federal panel will now revisit the case. Dr. Shane Crawford is from Northport and was a student at the university when that tornado hit. His grandmother's home was damaged and her neighborhood destroyed.
And to determine what names will be on the ballot in the upcoming election.
Yeah, in fact, in the race for governor, Montgomery native Jamel Brown officially threw his hat in the race for governor. And panelists tonight urge people to check their voter status, stay informed, and show up to the polls, saying they believe voter turnout will play a major role in what happens next. He's facing 3 charges, including attempting to assassinate the president. Spain's health ministry says passengers on the hantavirus-stricken cruise ship MV Hondias were screened Sunday and none were symptomatic, noting the evacuation operation is going as planned. Yeah, Mark, well, the exhibit is called Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobley Let the World See. It's named after Emmett Till, who was 14 when he was kidnapped, beaten, and murdered in Mississippi in 1955, and his mother, who fought for his story to be told. Crime Stoppers tell me police in Montgomery solved nearly 9 out of 10 cases, but that this one just hit a dead end, saying that cases like this often go unsolved because people don't think their information matters. But Mark, they're urging anyone who knows something to speak up. Even the smallest details can help investigators connect the dots. And the man that attempted to assassinate President Trump is back in court, and today's hearing will determine if he will remain in custody.
Through the narrow hallways of Elmer County's jail, the years show. In sweating walls, a cooling system that struggles to keep up, and holding more people than it was ever built for. Now, it was built in the early 1990s, designed to hold 242 inmates. The sheriff says now they're over capacity.
We've got about 345, 350 on weekends.
As we walked, Sheriff Bill Franklin showed us the different layouts. Dorm-style rooms and smaller 2-unit cells.
This is a portion of the jail that's dormitory style. We usually keep about 24 people in here. Right now we've got some of the guys are on the outside.
The proposed Enhanced Elmore plan would add a property assessment fee each year to help pay for an $80 million jail. But the group Resist Elmore tax hike says it's not the need they're against, it's the process.
We as county residents knew nothing about this. There's still probably majority of the county that still don't know anything about this.
So they've been campaigning since July, asking voters to reject the proposal until there's more transparency.
With this being classified as an assessment, it just gives them the authority to raise this as they need. Without ever taking it back.
Alabama Secretary of State and Attorney General filed emergency motions asking the Supreme Court to look at the Alabama case.
We now have the ability to do what we've long argued we should be able to do, and that is draw maps consistent with traditional redistricting principles and not allow race to be a predominant factor or a factor in how those are drawn.
But Democrats disagree, citing years of discrimination that prevented Black Alabamians from electing candidates of their choice. Congresswoman Terry Sewell says Black voters make up nearly 1/3 of the electorate, and we deserve no less than 2 seats. State Representative Wandalyn Gavan,
it is a modern-day lynching,
was even more direct.
Supporters there arguing that these maps are about politics, not race. What's your response to that?
Listen, if it wasn't about race, let me tell you something about my raggedy Republican colleagues who continue to want to live in a society in which they don't want to be labeled as racist. But that is what they are. This whole process is about race. If it were not about race, why change the maps?
Going back to Alabama's original congressional map would remove the newly redrawn 2nd District, which is currently represented by Congressman Shamari Figurs.
It not only continues their trend of breaking from the norm, the precedent set by the court, but also sets the stage for Alabama to literally go back to the 1950s and 60s in terms of black political representation in the state.
We reached out to Republican Senate President Pro Tem Garland Gudger for an interview, but was given this statement praising the decision, saying, quote, "The Supreme Court has cleared the path for Alabama to hold free, open, and fair elections using the constitutional maps drawn by the legislature."